Why didn't my hydrangeas bloom?
Oh my goodness, it's the most popular question,
Yes, it
and
is.
the one that everyone wants to know the answer to.
Right, they're gonna find out the answer today, right?
That's right.
Okay.
So that has to do with a couple different things. Number one, we need to know what type of hydrangea it is.
Important.
Number two, we need to know when that type of hydrangea should be pruned if we're going to be doing any pruning in the home garden.
Okay.
And then also, number three, we need to be aware of early spring weather patterns because that can affect bloom potential for some of our hydrangea.
Got it.
So let's start with hydrangea species that bloom on current year's growth.
Okay.
Those include Hydrangea paniculata, those are our sun-loving hydrangeas,
Okay, got it.
and Hydrangea arborescens, our smooth hydrangea.
Okay.
So for those two hydrangea, we want to focus on pruning those during the dormant season when they're not actively growing.
Got it.
And that is not going to affect their potential for bloom on the upcoming season because they're going to grow new tissue that will bear that current season's flower buds.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Got
Okay.
it. What does the new growth look like?
Let me show you.
Okay.
Right here we've got a Hydrangea arborescens. This is smoothleaf hydrangea and it blooms on new growth. So you can see how herbaceous this stem is in nature. I'm gonna go ahead and bend it just so you can see how pliable it is, right? So we don't have any woody texture to this stem at all. And that tells us that this is new growth.
Got it.
If we look down into the base of this plant, you can see that it originates all the way from the crown, all the way at the bottom of this plant. Now, there was old wood. This particular hydrangea was pruned back in early spring, and so we aren't seeing the stems of the old wood there. That's not necessary for this particular hydrangea. Some people like to leave the old wood up and the new wood will just kind of grow through it and use it kind of as a support system.
So that's what I do at home. I leave the old wood.
Yeah,
I do.
just leave it and let this grow through that. This particular one, all that's been removed. So all we see here is new growth.
It's a new growth.
Yeah.
All right. Got it.
On the flip side of that, we have a few other hydrangea. We've got Hydrangea curcifolia, that's our Oakleaf hydrangea. We have Hydrangea macrophylla, that's like our Mophead type, right? And then Hydrangea serrata, mountain hydrangea. Those are the hydrangea that fall into the category that bloom on old growth, okay? So old wood. So if we get too excited with our pruners in spring on those types of hydrangea, we are very likely cutting off all of the wood that bears flower buds for that season's growth, okay? So if those type need to be pruned at all, we need to delay pruning until after their primary show of flowering, okay? For an oakleaf hydrangea, this is the one that's here behind us.
Beautiful.
It is beautiful, and it has 4 full seasons of interest. So there's really no perfect time for pruning this, but if I needed to prune it to control size, I would actually be coming in and doing that right now.
So you do that now?
Right. It's past its peak bloom. I know it's gorgeous right now,
I mean, it looks
right?
really
So
good.
definitely has interest. But if this had outgrown its space in the garden, now is the time to come and prune it because it's also putting on its current season's growth, right? So what's this going to turn into next year? Old growth. Okay? Next year, this new growth that's growing right now, next year it's going to bear flower buds and we'll be able to bloom next year.
You said we can prune now, so can we go ahead and do that?
Yes, we can. So let me show you what we would do on this oakleaf hydrangea. Again, I like the structure of the plant the way it is. So I don't feel like this actually needs any size reduction, but in a home setting, if we were needing to bring this plant in, make it a little tighter, we want to make deep cuts, okay? So you always want to cut deeper than you anticipate because pruning stimulates new growth, okay? So I'm going to cut down deep.
Okay, good cut there.
Good cut. I've pulled this out so I can show you better up close. So we always want to make sure that we make our pruning cuts at a growth juncture right here. You see we've got this node, we've got another branch coming off. This was the main part of the plant. So if we were going to prune this off, I would come in and make a nice clean cut right there, okay? We don't want to leave stubs on the mother plant. So from here, I wanted to show you what new growth and old growth looks like, the difference between that, okay? So this obviously is old growth. This was previous season's growth. It's turning woody in nature. The bark, the outer bark
So
is
it
starting
peels.
to
Yeah.
exfoliate and
Okay.
peel away.
Yeah.
You can see this was new growth. It just I barely touched it, and that herbaceous, flexible, we'll call that semi-hardwood growth has just come right off. So definitely this was new growth that was growing off of old wood.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. So again, also looking for indicators on your mother plant of lighter colored leaves. Terminal branches that don't have blooms on them can
gotcha.
also be an indicator of new woods.
So again, do we have to prune it all though?
No,
Is
no.
it necessary to prune?
No, definitely not. So if your hydrangea is growing within the designated spaces, if you have properly placed it in your landscape,
Right.
then definitely you do not have to prune unless it's just an aesthetic issue for you or it's outgrown its designated area. So when it comes to macrophylla hydrangea or Mophead hydrangea, same basic concept. Most of our newer cultivars of macrophylla are what we call remontant. That means they have a reblooming capacity. They can bloom on previous year's wood, old wood.
Okay.
They can also bloom on new wood.
Oh, is this going to be challenging?
It's going to be a little challenging,
Man.
okay?
All right.
So we definitely do not want to do any pruning on those hydrangea during the winter dormant season. Okay? We need to leave those as they are because that is the wood that has potential to bear your spring beauty, right? That first flush of blooms that they're so renowned for is going to come off of that previous year's growth. However, sometimes we have late spring freezes.
Yeah.
And that can damage the flower buds on that old wood.
Got it.
What we have in those situations is that we don't have leaf out on any of that old wood growth, and now we have to rely on all new growth coming up from the crown of that plant to bear blooms.
Okay.
So we're essentially going to miss that spring bloom display and then start to get some blooms sprinkled in through late summer.
Got it.
So we're getting into July and August here in this area of Tennessee. We're going to start seeing a few sporadic blooms here and there, and that's because these newer cultivars, many of them, have the potential to bloom on new growth.
Growth.
So that second bloom flush is not going to be as showy as that first spring bloom that's supposed to happen on old wood, but you definitely are going to get some blooms later in the summer. So you get them, but
it'll just be later.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's what we're looking at, right? On our hydrangeas, the oakleaf and the macrophyllas that bloom on old growth primarily, we need to focus on pruning them after their primary flower display.
Okay.
So that they still have time to grow current season growth, which will bear blooms next season.
Celeste, we thank you for the demonstration and explanation. Why didn't my hydrangea bloom?
Yeah.
We get that question a lot of the time. So thank you for that.
I hope it helped.
I hope it helped too. All right.